Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR '06 Total Team Control. Today we have a truck race at Martinsville in which we have to start last because we ran the Xfinity race up here, so we missed qualifying. So we got this truck race and we will most likely do the secondary truck race as well. It's been a while since we've done a truck race, so let's get going. This Martinsville starting last will be definitely an interesting experience, that's for sure. Probably not going to make too many friends off of this. But we knew that we were going to have this issue with conflicts coming into this season, so thank you guys so much for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. I apologize if my voice sounds a little weird right now. I am recording this right after I got done teaching for about 4 hours, but off to Alan Bestwick.
Is proud to bring you NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series racing from one of the fastest and most exciting half miles in the world, Martinsville Speedway. Welcome back, race fans, for the running of today's Kroger 250. It's a beautiful day and conditions on the track are nearly perfect, so we're ready for the command to get the engines fired.
As I was trying to say, I just got done teaching for about 4 hours where I've been talking nonstop, and now I'm recording this right afterwards. So I apologize if my voice sounds a little weird. But we are starting dead last in a 36 truck field at Martinsville. Well, this is going to be bad. This is already off to a bad start. But basically, our method of transportation is going to be dive bombing every single corner and hoping that it works. We're going to piss some people off, I know that. I also warn you, I have not recorded NASCAR '06 in a very long time. I mentioned in the last couple of videos I was bulk recording while the family was on vacation, and that was about 2 weeks ago by the time I'm recording this video now. Here's our teammate Cleaver. I'm going to try not to hit him, even though I might have just there. But I am now recording this about 2 weeks after I recorded the last episode. So I have to record all these videos before I go to teach for 2 weeks at band camp. I just spun out Chase Montgomery and we got a caution. 100% my fault. I got on the grass a little bit and got into him. I don't think that really should have been caution worthy, but looks like he glitched and nope, he was able to correct himself, so I don't know why there was a caution. Too early to pit. But we are already up to 7th. Yeah, excellent start, and what was it, 4 laps, 4 green flag laps, we made it up to 7th already. But yeah, I haven't touched this game in 2 weeks. I've been playing a lot of NASCAR '07 on my free time because I was really expecting the vote to go towards NASCAR '07. So I started a test career mode to make sure there weren't any glitches or anything like that. And NASCAR '07 is not the winner of the vote. NHL won the vote. So I just, in my free time, while I've been editing videos and stuff like that, I've just been playing NASCAR '07 off to the side. So I believe Hattori is the points leader right now, if I recall correctly. Again, I haven't played this in a while, so it's imperative that we stay ahead of him. Remember, we're trying to win both championships this year, and that's going to be a really tough order. Unless if we get out to a decent points lead in one of the 2 series. I do believe we are in good position in the Xfinity series right now. Oh, I got into Terry Cook there, and I can't get off of him. But we are in the lead. We are in the lead. I do not know how that happened. But we will be coming in probably a couple laps after lap 15. In my NASCAR '07 playing, I have learned to wait a couple laps before I pit and on these short tracks, just so you're not caught pitting under caution and laps down. So I'm going to go a few laps past halfway, assuming that I can with fuel mileage. I washed up the track there and I got into Hattori. I apologize to him. I really seem to be washing up the track on the entry. Not sure what I really want to do about that because I am loose on exit, so I don't want to loosen the car up anymore. But I think I'll probably leave it as is, considering we are a second ahead of everybody. But I got in the apron that time, that's why that washed up. But I would assume people are going to start pitting pretty soon. But with the caution, these guys can go a couple extra laps. But teammate is in, so it does look like people are starting to pit. We are on the orange fuel light, so I'm going to try to go one more lap. Maybe two, but for sure one more. See if I can avoid some of the shenanigans. And if a caution... Dang it, Hattori. And there's the caution that I was alluding to. I didn't exactly intend on me bringing it out, but, courtesy of Hattori and John Hamilton getting together, that's exactly what happened. Now, I don't know if we'll shake out back into the lead because I don't know if we put all those cars that were in the pits a lap down. So, we will see where we shake out, but we definitely won't fall a couple laps down like we usually do when a caution comes out during a pit cycle. We will for sure be on the lead lap unless if there's some sort of weird game glitch that determines otherwise. I don't know why the crew chief just told me the pace car is coming out of turn 4, but we'll see where we end up. So far so good. Decent pit stop. Hattori's gonna beat us out, but we beat Hamilton out. Does look like some cars stayed out, but I don't know what lap they're on. We're going to be third. Looks like Chad Chaffin got out ahead of us as well. I really need to avoid hitting that apron because that's what sent me into Hattori both times. But we are good to the end. No need for another pit stop. Like usual, Hattori pulled a crossover on me, but we almost made contact. But I avoided it. We're going to try to get underneath Chaffin here. Oh no, I hit the apron. I don't know if it was just me or does that hit with Chaffin look a little glitchy. But we'll see. Hattori's following us, so this is not what we need. Obviously, we need to finish ahead of him, but we need him to finish a few positions less than second, because that's not really going to help us too much in the point standings. Again, I'm just assuming that Hattori is the one in the points lead right now because that's what I last recall. I edited the video that went up, well, today, but yesterday. It went up on Wednesday of last week, and Hattori was leading the points in that video, so I am just assuming that that is still the case. I don't recall running any truck races after that point. But it looks like we're gonna run away with the lead here. Hattori's gonna be behind us. So thank you again for tuning in. At the time of this video going up, I will be off teaching band camp. It will be week 1 of 2. So if something goes wrong and I don't have a video up, or this video is late for some reason, I apologize. But it's just the nature of the beast where I'm not going to be home for two weeks. And I'm trying to either A, upload from where I am, which may or may not have Wi-Fi, or B, I'm having somebody in the family try to upload from home. So either way, there is definitely possibility of things going wrong, things not happening. So if my streak of daily uploads comes to an end, I apologize. Probably wasn't my fault, but very well could be. So if there's no video up one of the days, I apologize. At this rate, I should be able to have enough videos recorded to fill the 2 weeks, but It's just a matter of getting them edited and uploaded that will be the cause of maybe some issues. Hattori is keeping with us. He's just kind of waiting there for me to make a mistake, which I have, and I just did. Into the wall, and Hattori is underneath me. This is a bad situation for probably both of us because I will get into him. But, looks like we should be able to get underneath him in this corner. We just need to avoid the curb, and I think we'll get around him. He could pull the crossover here. Also, let me know if you guys like those little vlogs that I put. Oh no. Let me know if you guys like those vlogs that I put up. White flag is out. I'll talk about that in a minute. But I gotta chase down Chad Chaffin first, who's taking advantage of some misfortune here. Might have to be a little dirty here, but I should get underneath him. A little dirty. I don't know if I... Second. Nope. I didn't have the run off the corner. I knew it would be close. 68 1,000ths of a second. But Hattori ended up finishing fourth, so we still gained some points on him. We probably led the most laps, so we're in good position there on gaining. We got some hero points out of that, which is a miracle. But what I was trying to say before we had that issue was, let me know if you guys like the little vlogs that I put up. I put up the NASCAR Heat 2 discussion vlog, and I put up the 2018 NASCAR predictions vlog. Let's see what we got on the phone call here. Showdown with Ryan Newman. Alright. But yeah, let me know if you like those kind of things. I mean, those were two things that I was just using as filler before I closed the vote down for the new game on Sundays. But if it's something you guys like, I'm sure I can try to make a few more. I don't know if I'll have very many other topics to talk about besides like maybe doing a recap of the NASCAR events of the weekend or stuff like that. I mean, I could give a this week in sports kind of thing. I'm gonna head to qualifying here while I talk about this. I could do like this week in sports. I could do a this week in America or something like this. I could do a little vlog about that, but the vlogs take a little more work for me. So, well, depends. The NASCAR predictions vlog definitely took a lot of work. I made that slideshow. I made like those cool transitions where I had drivers' heads fading out, fading in. So yeah, if you guys like that, let me know, and I could maybe phase in some more of those, but obviously the schedule is pretty full right now. Once NHL takes the Sunday slot. I'll say this again. I've said this on a couple of videos I recorded recently. I was really surprised that the NHL got the vote. I was really expecting you guys to go all out for NASCAR 07 because I get the most views from, especially NASCAR 06. I get the most views from that, and the NHL really hadn't been doing that well. I knew the MLB and probably World of Outlaws weren't going to be voted for. Bragger did vote for MLB, but I knew World of Outlaws wasn't very well received, mainly because I was running away with all the races and wasn't really anything interesting. I mean, obviously I had some wild flips and physics decided to defy gravity for that race, a couple races, but I kind of had a feeling that they weren't going to be voting. You guys weren't going to be voting for that. We're off to a terrible start in qualifying here, but that's usually par for the course with this track. Usually I just gain all my spots right here. See? Yep, there it goes all the way almost to the top 5. And then we'll lose a bunch here, and then we'll get some on the final corner as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that NHL won. I enjoyed making those videos. Besides that one video that I absolutely hated pretty much everything that happened.
Got one more. Keep digging.
Alright, fourth on lap 1. Let's see if we can maybe not lose as many positions right away. And that does seem to be happening. We did seem to got a better launch off of that last turn. And we did not lose a million positions. So I think we're definitely going to be in better shape. Assuming we can nail this corner, which I did not. But somehow that helped us. But I don't think we're going to... Fourth might be all we get. But I'm very happy with fourth. Usually I remember in the modifieds, I think we started dead last here when we first came here. And I know I usually don't start very well. What are we going to get? Pole! I didn't think we were going to get that. But we will definitely take that. I'm not going to make any adjustments. If I need adjustments, I'll make some on the midway pit stop. But the car feels really good to me right now. But let's see what else is there to talk about. The Eldora dirt race just happened. I'm recording this on Thursday, the day after the Eldora dirt race, and I thought I accidentally hit cancel there. Whoops. Truck race, okay. But again, the Eldora dirt race, very entertaining. I was a little frustrated about, the qualifying races and the race being on 3 completely different channels. That was a little frustrating to me, and the fact that probably the most popular dirt race, or the most popular truck race of the season, got put on the Fox Business Network. But I'll finish that thought after Alan Bestwick.
Good afternoon, race fans. EA Sports welcomes you to the Old Spice Speedway for the running of this NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series event. Look for some aggressive racing out there as these drivers battle it out on this short and challenging state-of-the-art road course. The race is just about to begin.
Alright, let's get started and then I'll finish that thought. Let's get off to a good start here and I'll definitely finish that thought.
Go, go, go. Right side, right side.
I really hope I'm clear. I am, thank God. I got really tight in that corner and I was going to crash into somebody if I wasn't clear. We'll use our shortcut and hopefully pull out to a bit of a gap here. But, back to finishing my thought. I can guarantee Eldora is probably the most popular truck race of the year. And the fact that they couldn't get a slot on Fox for it, or a slot even on Fox Sports 1. I know it's halfway through the week. I know Wednesdays are busy days. I'm sure Fox has regular programming. But, I mean, they make room for other sports and other NASCAR stuff on Fox. So, probably one of the most popular races of the season, really in all 3 series, but especially in the lower series. The fact that it couldn't even be on Fox Sports 1, it was on the Fox Business Network, is really, honestly, depressing, and I hope it's embarrassing to Fox. Now, I'm an Xfinity guy, so I also don't have access to Fox Sports 2, which is where the qualifying races were run. But that's a whole different discussion. Obviously, I know so many Xfinity people have been yelling about not having Fox Sports 2. But luckily, somebody was streaming the qualifying races on YouTube. So I just watched it from there. And I was able to see it. But overall, it was a good race. I think it probably wasn't as entertaining as some of the previous Eldora races, but it was still quite entertaining. I mean, there wasn't really any norm-bending moments this year. Obviously, Matt Crafton winning was not something that many people expected, but congratulations to him. I really feel for Stuart Friesen. He was doing really well. He had led most of the race, but I. It's the nature of dirt tracks to your line's not going to work the whole race. Cars going 100 miles per hour are going to tear up the dirt, and it's not going to be the same the whole race. But he just seemed to try to run the same line the whole race. But as the race went further and further, Matt Crafton and others started to figure out the high line, and that's where the dirt was. That's where all the substance was. So that was the fastest line. So I really felt for him. If he would have won, I mean, he is a series regular, but I mean, they talked about his team missed a couple races. They decided not to go to a couple races for I'm sure money's sake and for just kind of regrouping. But if he would have won, that team would have been regretting every life decision they'd ever made, because that would have put them in the chase, most likely.
Calculations were about halfway on fuel.
So if he would have won that race, that would have qualified him for the chase if he had run all the races, which he hadn't. Now, I think the Truck Series is a little rigged, not rigged, a little biased, because they only have 8 slots, and there are definitely at least 12, maybe more, guys that are doing really well. In comparison to the Xfinity Series, where 50% of the cars entered in the race are Cup Series guys or people not running for points or part-time guys. And so they're struggling to find 12 really competitive cars on a regular basis to run that race or make the chase. Whereas the Trucks is a completely opposite situation. So I think the Truck Series chase should be maybe up to 10, in my opinion. That you could have 3 rounds still, eliminate 3 drivers after each round. So it would be 10, then it would be 7, then it would be 4. I'm pitting next time by. That will be past halfway. I should be able to make that no problem. This might be the first time we've ever actually gotten a pit under green flag here. Now, this pit road is a little weird. The detection line for pit road speed is in a weird place. It's not right where the pit road wall starts, I don't think.
We're in our pit window.
I'm really scared to go in full speed and then be completely wrong about that. But I'm pretty sure the caution detection line is not for a little ways. So I will be cautious. Did I say caution detection line? The pit road speed detection line is what I meant to say. So I'm going to be a little cautious. You would think it would be like right here, right? Oh, there's somebody who is blown up. Our former teammates. But did I make it?
Out there and we'll take care of you.
I really hope I made it. But it's just in a really weird spot. But let's see how the pit crew does. Hopefully, we come out with the lead again. I don't think everybody's pitted yet, so we might. We won't lose a lap, but we might be in a weird spot. Sorry about that. Had to sneeze. But we did make it without having to come under caution. But let's see where we end up.
All clear, whatever you need.
We're a ways ahead of everybody else. Like, a long ways ahead of everybody else. And it looks like Terry Cook. Nope, he still hasn't come in. So we'll still be waiting for Terry Cook to come in. But we're 21st already. We should find out where we're going to shake out for the most part right here. But we were a ways ahead of everybody else before. And I think since we kind of knew that caution glitch, or not, why do I keep saying caution? The pit road detection glitch, I think they come in at 70 miles per hour right at where it looks like you should. So I think we're going to run away with this thing. We are at over 3 turns ahead of everybody else right now. I'm just really curious to see where we end up. I might go back and help Cleaver once we get the lead. I haven't been doing that very much, so I will definitely go back and help Cleaver once I take the lead. But we are running away with this thing. There's nobody gonna be even close to us. So I'm gonna go back and help Cleaver. But look how far back Cleaver is. And he's gonna be in pretty good shape too, so. But let's try to help Cleaver out a little bit. He's in 9th. Let's try to get him up to 2nd. But look how far our car ahead is on that track map. That's just insane. I'm going to try to help Cleaver, not hurt Cleaver. My few experiences with helping other people in this series has not gone very well. So let's try to change that. Hey, look, there's our truck that we ran at last year, right? That's the first truck we get. So let's try to get Cleaver up to 2nd here. We're going to pass another person who's on pit road, I think. Nope. That must have been that guy who blew the engine earlier. But we got underneath the 105 truck. We should be able to get around Bobby Hamilton here. We'll draft a little bit with him. I'm going to try to be cautious here. Gonna give him room here, which he uses all of. And then I'll use the shortcut here. And we will chase after Chad Chaffin. Maybe it's Chafin. I think I've heard the crew chief said Chad Chafin. But I mean, I didn't watch the truck series back when he was racing. I've never really heard his name said before. So let's just try to get around Chaffin. I'm going to... Oh, that's not even Chaffin. What am I talking about? That's Terry Cook. Oh, man. Can you tell I'm recording this late at night? Just got done teaching, and now I'm recording this and probably at least 2 or 3 more episodes of this tonight. But we are ahead of Terry Cook, not Chad Chaffin. I hit the wall twice. I am really sorry, Cleaver. The gauge says we are 644 seconds behind. That's not true. We'll see. Oh, there we go. 11 seconds. We are 11 seconds behind our regular driver. So I'm going to try to get this guy out to a lead, but we got to take over our car before it hits the white flag. Otherwise, we won't be able to seal the win with our car. It's not like it really needs any help, but still. We have already made up over almost a second on him. So I am going to switch over to my car now.
10-4, we're on it.
Yep, he's heading into this corner now. So I think we solidified a good 1-2 finish for our team, hopefully, barring any incident.
White flag, last lap.
But yeah, we're 9 seconds ahead. Should be an easy win for us. Glad we could at least seal this one. I pretty much blew the last race, so definitely glad we could seal the win on this one. I don't recall seeing Hattori anywhere when I went with Cleaver, so I hope Hattori has not had a good race. I mean, obviously I don't hope for that. I hope for success for everybody. But we need to definitely improve.
We got the win. Great teamwork. Let's keep this up.
But we got the win. Nobody's even crossed the finish line yet. I'm just going to assume that Cleaver finished second. Yep. Continue. We'll head to victory lane, celebrate, and then we will check the standings. We'll check the truck standings. And that will be it for this episode. Another longer episode. I don't know what it is. I've just been over a half hour a lot recently. I usually try to keep it in the 20-minute range. But next episode we will have the Xfinity race at Richmond, which is we're going to have to start last in because we skipped qualifying, and then we will have the showdown with Ryan Newman, I believe. And maybe we can get this race in at Lowe's, but I'm not banking on it. But let's check the point standings out. There we go. Sorry, I have band music stuck in my head. We are almost a full race lead over Clint Boyer in the Xfinity Series. That's really good. We are now 100 points over Terry Cook, so maybe we did have the lead. But Terry Cook's 103 back. Hattori's right there with him. Our Wheel and Modified team is 1, 2, 3, 10, and then our mustache guy is in 20th. He's doing terribly, but that's what happens when you sign somebody to run your car. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.